The Mammoth class is the largest dropship capable of landing on a planet, making them a great bulk transport for the inner sphere. Few Mammoths are independently owned, most belong to large corporations or the government. Several Successor States use modified Mammoths to transport fuel between facilities, while some act as refueling vessels for fleets on extended operations. But most Mammoths are used to carry bulk goods between major trade worlds. The high costs of these huge craft restrict their use, so that the Mammoth is a rather uncommon sight. Originally designed by Krester Ship Construction, the Mammoth design was sold to foreign customers and its construction continued after the company's demise. The bullet-shaped vessel masses 52,000 tons and its cavernous cargo bays are capable of carrying over 40,000 tons. Because of its high operating cost, it is only economically feasible to use this vessel on scheduled runs between high trade worlds. Nevertheless, the ship provides the mainstay for bulk cargo transportation between the highly industrialized worlds of the inner sphere. The Mammoth's proportions are enormous. It is over 5 times the size of the Overlord dropship. If it were to load solely with battle mechs, it could carry over 7 battalions, totaling 252 mechs. But the ship's primary purpose, of course, is to transport massive quantities of bulk goods between planets. For this reason, the ship has 5 large cargo decks, each capable of supporting roughly 8,000 tons of cargo and equipment. Running from the top cargo deck to the bottom deck are 2 cargo elevators, each measuring 30 meters square and capable of lifting 400 tons of cargo. The bottom deck contains 2 large doors for loading and unloading. In a compartment next to the elevators is a pair of industrial exoskeletons. These models are powered by batteries aboard the Mammoth, which are recharged through a coupling located in the compartment. To help them maneuver in zero-G, these machines are also equipped with small thrusters that use short bursts of compressed gas. On the second cargo deck are 4 airlocks used for transferring cargo while the ship is in space. The airlocks are so large that 2 full-size shuttles can fit inside. In fact, they are sometimes used as small craft launch and recovery bays. The Mammoth's engine configuration sets it apart from other dropships. Instead of having a central drive, as do most spheroid dropships, the Mammoth class mounts engines in huge pods attached to its hull by strong struts. Combined, the drives contribute over 20% of the Mammoth's mass. This engine arrangement is even more unusual because the drives can be detached from the rest of the ship. Activating a set of explosive bolts, they will sever the connection between a drive pod and the main fuselage. If a pod ever overloads or otherwise endangers the ship, it can be jettisoned. If one drive pod is jettisoned or shut down, however, the corresponding pod must be shut down as well. Otherwise, the thrust imbalance will throw the ship into an uncontrollable spin, tearing the ship apart and crushing the crew against the ship's inner walls. Each drive pod is equipped with a small control room where a crew member can operate the pod as a separate vessel. However, this is not recommended for 2 reasons. First, once the connection has been detached, it is extremely difficult and costly to rejoin them. Second, the engine pod has no attitude controls or navigation system, making landing impossible and spaceflight tremendously difficult. Many vessels have had the access to the pod's control center sealed, or even had the complete centers disabled. Because the engine pods are located where most ships have their landing gear, the Mammoth has a large, flat, well-cushioned bottom section that serves as a landing foot. Although the ship is designed to land only on level, reinforced surfaces, it also has a set of hydraulic lifts to adjust for uneven ground. Armed purely as a defensive measure, The high monetary value of a Mammoth class and its cargo ensures that it does not have to use the single nose-mounted large laser, the large and medium laser on each lower angle, and the two small lasers mounted directly aft. The Mammoth's upper 4 decks contain 30 double occupancy rooms for the crew and 8 single occupancy rooms for the captain and ranking officers. Each double occupancy room contains a double bunk, a table, 2 chairs, a large pair of lockers, and a washroom. The officers' quarters contain similar arrangements. Ironically, for the tremendous size of a ship, the crew accommodations are rather small and simple.